Hi, I'm Debbie Leon. I'm the owner and Managing Director of Fashionizer Couture Uniforms. We have recently managed to expand our business and create a new export market. And in order to do that, we have got funding from Funding Circle. I believe that there is a fundamental contradiction between SMEs needing finance and the bank's ability or desire to lend to SMEs. For SMEs, risk is part and parcel for any expansion or growth plan that they have, and only they can evaluate their opportunities. Whilst banks need to follow guidelines and have no understanding of the specific business, and the potential for them to understand the risk is very limited, and therefore that is a contradiction in terms. Until 2008, I had a very good relationship with my bank, and actually I still have a good relationship with my bank. However, the two are different banks. I think that actually the process started about 10-15 years ago, when your bank manager was not your business and private bank manager who knew you, where you lived, what your business was about, and was involved in all aspects of your business. Nowadays, business accounts are managed by relationship managers who in principle have no expertise or experience in business and are effectively salespeople for the bank services to business. They have very little authority to make decisions and need to let somebody in the credit team decide on whether to offer you funding or not. So even if you get on very well with your relationship manager, even if he's convinced that your business is a great investment, there is no guarantee that this will in fact happen when it goes up to the credit team. Most SMEs are based on the enthusiasm, professionalism and expertise of their owners, personalities of the people who work in them. And frankly, I don't believe that if Facebook or Twitter had gone to the bank and said, we want to raise finance, the bank would have given them the money. On the basis is that the questions I have been asked by the bank about my business were, well, we've never heard about this before, are you sure this is a viable business? Or we have no idea how you would repay the investment from your plans. So in both cases, both Facebook and Twitter would fail on this, and yet they are huge businesses. On the other hand, not every business is Facebook and Twitter, and we could not, for instance, go to a Dragon's Den scenario, as we would struggle to prove that we can get 10 times return on investment within 5 years. That doesn't mean that this isn't a good and solid business or a viable investment, but both of these opportunities, I think, have limitations. Banks require a huge amount of information. I am not quite sure if anybody actually reads the amount of information they ask for, and my feeling is that part of the reason they ask for it is to file it so that they can prove that they have complied with the law and the requirements of a bank to ensure that you are aware of any risk in taking money from them, because at the end of the day, I think most SMEs these days have to give a personal guarantee to a bank in order to get any money. Initially, I spent hours trying to get bank support, and then I realized that actually this was a complete waste of my time and taking time away from actually what my focus should be, which is managing my business. I heard about crowdfunding through a financial controller who was helping me at the time and who was very internet savvy. I then went to one of the government's startup Britain business days, and came away thinking it was full of new exciting opportunities via the internet that I'd never heard about before and had never thought of. So I got very excited about it and started investigating further. And that's how I found Funding Circle. The process was easy, quick. The information they required was very similar to the information the bank required, but a lot more concise. And there was no meetings. I had to upload all my information onto the internet. They phoned me up. They asked me some questions. They asked for clarifications, and I got my money within 2 weeks. And 500 people have invested in our company, apart from the government. Some of them just invested, I don't know, £200 or something.